Good afternoon to all. Myself Neeraj Kumari. I am CSC of B.Tech final year Electrical Engineering Department. So today we all are here for the group discussion, and our group discussion topic is e-voting pros and challenges. So first of all, what do you understand by e-voting? Can anyone tell?
Electronic voting means voting through electronic device.
No paperwork.
Yeah.
Hello. First of all, I would just want to introduce myself. Myself, Baba Patel. Uh, what I think of e-voting. E-voting is just generally the process of casting the vote through electronic or internet means. So that's
So yeah. So our today topic is e-voting pros and challenges. So first of all, you all introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, all. This is Diksha Kochar from B.Tech Electrical 4th year.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gagan Kumar. I am pursuing B.Tech Electrical Engineering final year.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chitranjan Kumar. I am B.Tech fourth year student from Guru Jambeswar University of Science and Technology.
So now you can start your GD.
So I am starting my view pros of e-voting. Now generally, we have to not enough time to take any kind of work. And for example, e-voting is also part of work to everyone. Generally, senior citizen is very difficult to polling station to cast vote. So I think e-voting is very good platform to take easily cast their vote from their home. So I think e-voting is very good and also quick result. E-voting through give quick result and reduce the usage of paper. Hence we can save the tree. So I think e-voting is very good for perspective of our economical and their uses of paper, etc.
First of all, I would like to emphasize the fact that what exactly e-voting, how exactly e-voting is working. Like in USA, already e-voting system is going on for the elections. There is a scanner in front of you. You have to place your hand or finger there. Then your like in Aadhaar card system, your full information getting into it, and they will identify the politician or whom you want to vote. Exactly. There is a blockchain that is working inside that e-voting machine, that is working day or night, which will calculate all the data, which will compile the data and decide whom politician get more vote and maximum votes. Then it will decide that which politician get the maximum votes on that day, and he will be the winner. This is the exactly the way a e-voting machine is working. So as Gagan said, like senior citizen and people who can't go to polling booth, they can easily vote from their home. Like e-voting system is if e-voting system is there, he can only vote from their home or any place he can vote. Or senior citizen needs not to go to a polling booth and needs not to use paper for voting. Like in these days in India, many places there are only paper. Through paper we can vote. EVM is also there, but in some places there are voting system is only from through paper. This can be understand in that phase of concern. But if we consider the fact that e-voting system is driven by a blockchain system that can easily hacked, that can be easily accessed through hackers and fraudsters. Like in USA, sometimes before we have heard a news when Joe Biden wins the election as a president of India, then Barack, no, who's that? The last president of USA, can
Donald
someone
Trump.
said the name? Yeah,
Donald
Donald
Trump.
Trump Donald Trump have objection about this. He said that there is some sort of fraudulent, or there is some sort of hacking is was done there to get the Joe Biden to be the president of the US. And in some part of there some democratic people who have chosen someone else another than Trump. They get some fraudulent calls and messages from the hackers and some type of frauders there, then that they should they should only vote to Donald Trump, none other than him. So these type of things can be happen there, and e-voting system can be can't be that much successful in that area, or you can say in that pace of time.
As all of you
uh,
mentioned, as all of you mentioned, just e-voting. There, everything has a pros and cons. I would like to introduce both side, where e-voting are beneficial as it is a eco-friendly, and it is very useful to access easily voting for upper generations who is not able to walk freely. And there is also cons in there, which can be hacked, which means a person who got very real skill that can be occupy any uh, big position, and that can use very according to their benefits. So I would like to say that there is a thing. If we want to protect environment, we have to use e-voting, and if we want to quick result, we have to use e-voting. If we want to a fair result, then we do not need of e-voting, because e-voting is not 100% proof of any victories. That's all on my.
I
uh,
think
now
yeah, yeah.
I would like to highlight some challenges in the on the e-voting. Since my teammate Diksha has highlighted the hacking part, so since the e-voting is generally based on the blockchain technology, but it is since our, we are changing towards or moving towards the advanced technologies, but uh, it is prone to hacking since we are moving to the advanced technologies. But hackers are finding their own ways to hack the advanced technology as well, which may raise the privacy issues, even though the black blockchain guarantees the anonymity. But in this e-voting system, it might raise a issue of privacy. For example, through this blockchain entity or the blockchain technology, the hacker might hack the smartphone of a user or a voter, which will extract all the details of the user through this technology as well. And the another part, since uh, it might create new inequalities. For example, in India, there are most of the people who doesn't know how to use a smartphone or how to access these kind of technologies, uh, how to vote and how to use this app to vote somebody or some president. So it might be unequal. It might raise an inequality issue, which is very what I just say is what I want to say is, uh, for example, in the backward classes such as the tribal people, they won't be able to access the smartphone to vote the president. Or that's it from my side.
I'd like to add some point on Webber point of view. Webber said that here not will be a fair voting because lack of smartphones users in India. This is a big challenge for our country, and there is also things in our country. There is a lot of person who who's using smartphone but they don't have any real knowledge about that. If e-voting is using through smartphone, anyone can anyone can anyone can manipulate them. They, if they want to give vote to uh, a leader which is no, not belongs to them, which is not they need to do voting, anyone can, anyone, a person who is the agent of leader, that can make sure and use their smartphone and use their voting as well. That's it.
As we know that we have to lot of challenges of e-voting. Whenever we are using a smart advanced technology to make it more secure, hacking is also in part of in this technology. Then I'm agree with the Diksha, because these can will be happen, should be happen, sorry, will be happen, and it may be rise privacy issue also. It is my point view of challenges.
As far as the privacy is concerned, so I'm agree with all of you. Like I have already said, fraudulents and hackers will hack the e-voting machine and can polarize that election in one direction only. Like if someone who has maximum money and who have power can easily buy some hackers and provide them like, you have to polarize these votes towards me only, so anyone can win that elections at that time. So this is the main issue of e-voting, but there are pros as well. There are advantages of this. There are some advantages of e-voting as well. Like paper will be saved, in eventually trees will be saved, and our environment, this is environment friendly voting at that time. But as Vaibhav said, there are some areas, there are some area of society where which can't access this e-voting system. So if e-voting system can replace the uh, previous voting system, polling booth system, then it will be in a process. Like first, this area that is more educated literate area that can use mobile phones, and that can access that e-voting system. First is government should implement this voting system there, and from there, uh, when the when the information gets scattered to all part of India or all part of any country, then uh, soon or later it will be reached to them in in some time or in some uh, period of time.
I want to add one more point to the challenges part. Earlier, for example, as we know, we have on the voting sessions or a kind of a voting booth, we might have heard that there is a booth capturing, threatening, or any kind of such cases in that area where the vote is the voting is taking place. But some for example, in that area there might be a less for example, there might be a less chances because of the security which is provided by the government of India to protect the voting process. But uh, through e-voting system, it might be more easy for the uh, powerful leaders to manipulate the vote by threatening the people or taking their smartphones to vote themselves only, not to the person who want to vote by his choice only.
So I think so I would like to conclude this discussion here. E-voting is a best way to protect environment, trees, paper, but as coin, if we flip the coin have two faces. If it has advantages, it will have disadvantages as well. So if we neglect the disadvantages, we can't have proper fair election system in any country. We can't have democratic government in any country. We can't have democratic environment in any country. So if if we want to replace the traditional system with e-voting system, we should ensure that the hackers can't have access to that system. We should ensure the security and credibility of that e-voting system. Then we can only implement that e-voting system in that particular country and that particular area. Thank you.
I do want to
Yes,
add
I
one point to the conclusion part. The point I want to add is the government should ensure that there should be a uh, technology change in the e-voting system time to time. For example, now the time it is a blockchain model, then it should use more advanced models so that it will be difficult for the hackers to hack the system in a very short period of time. That's it.
Okay, I would like to also conclude this session. As my colleague Diksha says, there is a lot of pros and lot of cons on everything. So I'd like to conclude as a way we can ensure that we will make a certain requirement for e-voting who have qualification, which means a person who is graduated or else 12th standard, that they can use phone very easily. I'm not talking about a smart boy on the city which is 10 and 20, 12 year also use very frequently phones. I'm talking about villagers. So we can make sure a proper qualification in which if you are qualified, you are qualified, then you can e-vote through you can vote through electronic. And if you are not qualified, you are like not educated, you are not educated person, then you should give voting on the booth. I think that should be mandatory. And just like Web says, it has technological advancement as per time. So it should be, because democratic have always person who's taking responsibility for the every decisions.
I'm agree with the Vaibhav, because nowadays technology is also using in e-voting. Without technology, how can we will happen? But we ensure that firstly, e-voting is very e-voting through lot of opportunity to hacking, etc., which is happen. So we have to ensure that about this technology, then we should use.
So thank you so much guys for share your views on this topic.